Hi, this is John Hill at the scene of the third week, Rick?
Yeah,
third week of the International Football League. That's because of our international flair.
Yeah, we got Vinny out here.
This is our post-game interview. We've just completed a game. The final score was the R. Lynch team 28, the J. Lynch team 21. I believe that was it, wasn't it, Rick?
Yep.
We're going to roll over here to our star receiver, Rick Lynch. Rick, what did you think about the poor coverage and all that good stuff by the opposing team?
Well, they always cover poor. They don't have a scheme. They just go out there and do whatever. They don't react. Like, obviously, as you'll see shortly, we react to Tony. We come up with a strategy and a plan. They don't do that. It's just like, okay, cover your man. And Jack is always safety, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
No? Oh. They just don't have the strategy. They're not thinking players. This is why they lose.
Jack, is there any rebuttal on that?
I'd like to say that the main reason they won is because of the ability to run the ball. It had nothing to do with Rick's great receiving skills. I mean, they had 2 runs of over 40 yards, a few of 20, and especially early in the game when they couldn't get anything going through the air, they started running the ball. And generally, I think at one time John was 2 of 9 with an 8-yard pass as his longest. But Rick got his little 26-yard run. He thought he was God. I think he's a little punk. And you saw him drop that ball when he heard beef coming. I mean, Rick can be terrified, and Rick has no skills.
Jack, let's be for real. Aren't you really just a maggoty bag of shit?
I'll wait till it's our turn to talk. I have nothing to say.
That's good. Evil, are you still feeling any of those injuries from that fountain jump?
Well, I want you to line all your vehicles up. I got a little after show.
I don't think he's going to make it. My car will be first under the ramp.
Okay, now we're gonna switch it over to who we should. Jack, you're gonna have to run some interviews here.
Okay.
Take the mic.
Interview Hill, Jack. That way you can tell him what
we'll interview each other.
Let's have a list of injuries for the day.
A list of
This is Tony. The first week out here, Tony looked, quite honestly, like an anemic female. Since that time, Tony has proven himself to be quite the star with 2 interceptions last week, numerous touchdowns. He was the leading receiver. This week, Tony did pretty well, but he was double covered much of the way, had at least 1 interception stolen from him. I'd like to ask him about some of the bumpage out there. What did you think of their coverage scheme, the hold and tug?
Well, you know, I just want to clear up one thing for the record, okay? The reason that they won is, excuse me.
Thank you.
The reason that they won is because the defense they played was kind of like the old Oakland Raiders, you know, pretty much bump them up, bruise them up, beat them up. They took out one of our star receivers like within the first 5 minutes of the game by slamming his shoulder into the ground. Then they had this dirty coverage that they played, you know, 10 yards down, bumping us, ripping our shirts. I mean, you don't see no ripped shirts on that side, right? But look at, I mean, this receiving crew here has been compared to the old posse, except for just a little lighter in skin color.
We're much better and more sportsmanlike.
You know, they're into our players ripping our shirts, holding us. There's nothing you can do. You can't beat cheating. You know, you can't beat it.
Rick, George, what did you think of that?
Enough already. My arm is tough.
Like Tony said, bump them and bruise them up and get them out of the game. So, you know, we did have some problems out there on the field due to injuries. Of course, our whole team has been injured. You know,
we play injured.
We
play injured.
Hey, well, you'll get your chance. Back off, maggot.
You know, I think we'll do better next week when I'm back.
Right, damn right.
Just from my perspective, now I guess I'm interviewing myself. From my perspective, in a 28-21 game, you can't say any turnover isn't a big deal. And when you're able to literally take the defensive back out from underneath the ball, and a game lost by a touchdown, it's a very big deal. A very, very big deal. And if we were to play defense like that all the time, if my guys were to see someone else about to catch the ball and tackle them, well, gee, nobody would score. So both teams can't play that way. And well, it's clearly on tape.
You don't even want to talk about this because
you don't want to see that on the tape. But all I'm saying is this: if it happens next week, every play, every ball in the air, we will do the same thing. Since you can't get any more than a 10-yard penalty out of it when it should have been a turnover, we'll do it too.
Man, you
if
can't
it happens
stop
that
bitching,
way.
can you?
Right.
Hey, that's your record. Worst over 30. We called that in the beginning.
All right, it's filming.
Now, you notice we were down 14-zip. But tenacity, brains, it's always brains. Right, Hill?
Exactly.
We were down 14-0. Did you see that field goal? Do you see how he contained Vinny on the kicks? Stan, what do you got to say?
Stan's playing. He's a killer, man.
I'm telling you. Dead serious. Dead serious. If we were awarding an MVP trophy for the game, Stan would have it for the 3 tackles on Vinny.
Yep.
Because that could have been
very important play.
Vinny turns that corner, that sucker's gone.
You're jerking hard. Okay, we just finished today's game. Whoops. I guess that would help. Just finished today's game. Today is, what's the date? September 24th. Stan was a big factor in today's game, as was Curtis, as was everybody here. This was a very good quality game.
It was quality. Does anybody notice that when they catch a ball on us, it's always the man is always at least 10 yards open?
I don't want to keep playing because
I think that one thing that made today's game fun was man, there was not a lot of bitching, not until the end. But there was not a lot of bitching. I'm telling you, and I won't say any names, but we all know who that is. I mean, not Tony, but one of our non-existent players
You shoved my
today.
man into your man and then called it a pick.
I didn't shove. I barely touched him off the line.
Vinny's legs were in the air. I'm like, oh great, I just lost Vinny on the play.
The film will
and then you
show
called the
it.
play dead, and I'm thinking, good. I'm glad you called it dead because I lost my most powerful receiver.
Hey, we'll see him.
That was
It
the
was a
ridiculous
pick.
thing I ever
It was
seen.
a wide
He
open
got
pick.
bumped off the line and shoved into your man. His feet are up in the air, and he's the man who's doing the penalty.
What we have here,
Unbelievable!
what we have here is a Jack Lynch impersonation. A very good one.
Yes, very good.
You still scored, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Y'all still got 7.
We gave. Well, we did.
Score. We did score.
We gave the
Hold
play
that up
over.
for a minute. I just want to tell you what the score that resulted after that was. It was double coverage, John and Rick on Vinny, and he still scored on him.
Was that player? I thought that was an earlier play. I thought somebody else scored that one. No, Bill scored that one. Bill scored that one because that was the one. Vinny hit me, and I might have been there to get close to the tackle, but Vinny got me in the side and took me out. So yeah, Bill scored that one. Bill scored that last touchdown.
Vinny blocked out Hill.
Yeah. So
Vinny Hill?
it was a very good game. Rick, what was the score? Give us a few stats.
The score is 31-28.
Yeah, 31-28. Very good game.
Passing stats and your first string quarterback passing stats.
More fun without the clock, I thought. Clock was kind of a bother last
No,
week.
you know what? Actually, I like the clock better if we could just get someone on the sidelines to keep it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Well, if Jack would have been here, Stephanie was going to keep
Now, the most important thing,
time.
history was made today. A field goal won the game.
Yes, field goal one. That was fun. That was fun.
Oh man, I want to see that. I want to see that because I don't know
That
how
is what
close
won
I
you all the
keep
game.
the
That field goal. That puts you over there.
You were right. I know you were right there next to Rick when I kicked.
You beat us 31-28.
Right there.
We're the same amount of touchdowns.
Yeah, but I'm saying before he got here, we
Yeah,
didn't have
field goal one. That was.
Well, we had the 3 points.
This is the one of the more enjoyable games I've played in a long time. That's for sure.
You're kidding.
Because there was no bitching. There was no bitching.
West seemed got less stress out there.
It just seemed very serene.
No, because it was good. Because it was
We
back
could
and forth.
we could stick to the game and not. And man, I know sometimes I get tired from being excited half the time.
Stopping every 5 minutes and arguing either. I mean,
Yeah, that seems what had happened in the games.
Yeah, very good game.
Plays, a penalty, just
Very good game.
ridiculous.
You know what? In defense of Jack, I'm telling you now, last week we got roughed up all over the place, and it was when the ball was in the fucking air.
Okay, all right.
Oh, excuse me. But then when we got to edit Rick's little
But
comment down there on the sideline too, so we can get rid of that
Okay,
one.
all right.
all right, gentlemen, I need to take off.
When you dropped the ball on the sideline, or no, I think it got hit out of your hands.
No,
It's on tape. You'll see it. 'Cause she was right up on you. She was right up on you like this.
Yeah,
Came up to you like
the stats are on the tape.
off there.
Stats are on the tape.
in case we're not on cable.
if the tape even comes out.
Yeah, if the tape
Well, you guys getting
Stephanie, what'd you think? What was your honest opinion of the game?
Well, friggin' field goal.
As a
A
spectator.
lot less whining, a lot more play.
Hardly any whining.
There wasn't any
Today?
bitching, but there was whining.
Today, there's a bit of whining, but not nearly like it normally is. Not nearly.
All right, guys, what I got to do? I got a birthday party to go to.
All right, Ronnie. See you later, man. Thanks for coming out.
He'll be here next week.
ball
If he doesn't
right
go
in.
out.
Okay, until next week, we
I'm
are
going to North Carolina next Sunday.
signing off from John Adams' Professional Football League. Blah, 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 blah.
See you guys later.